Hi, we're going to have a quick look in Photoshop today at the importance of channels to your image. Just to begin with, we're going to double check that you're all using the right mode. So up here in your image menu, we're going to go and look for mode, make sure that the RGB color is checked and 8 bits per channel is currently checked as well. Okay. So over to the channels palette itself, I'll just draw your attention to it here beside the layers. These individual channels can be separated or work together. So you can have 2 on, you can have all 3 on, or you can have 1 on in its own right. So if I put the red and green on together, I'm just going to get the Move tool active up here. And importantly, this is often selected just using the V shortcut key on your keyboard. Okay, so I'm just going to use my left and right arrows, and I'm going to move the highlighted channel, which in this instance is the red channel. So I'm just going to nudge it, and you should see little separation starting to occur on the screen. Okay, so this is obviously like a channel splitting of the channels, which is very easy to accomplish, like so. We're going to look at this, doing this via the layers as well in a moment, but just so you understand, this is actually what's really going on when you do a channel split operation. Okay, so we can move them all independent of each other, so I can put the blue channel on and separate it also. There you go. Okay, so easy enough to accomplish that. There are additional, lots of additional uses that we can put the channels to. But for the moment, just so that your awareness is there in terms of what we're going to do next, you need to understand what it is when we talk about the channels. We've got our red, our green, and our blue channels. And you can use the Control 2, 3, and 4 keys, and 5 keys, sorry, to isolate each of the channels, turning them on and off. Okay, so just pause there for a second, and then we'll return, do something similar, but this time around we're going to use it, we're going to do the same operation more or less using layers. Okay, so moving across to the layers palette, we've got our background layer, which is currently not copied. I'm just going to duplicate that with the Control J once, twice, 3 times. Top one, I'm just going to call it red. Next one, I'm going to call it blue. And the next one, I'm going to call it green. Okay, so these are going to represent our 3 red, green, and blue channels. I'm just going to turn off the background copy because I don't need it at the moment. Double click on the first red layer. Up should pop your layer style. And here we'll get to our blending options, but I'll just do that another way as well. I'll just go to activate the layer, the red layer, and I'm just going to go up to layer and layer style, and up pops the same box. So 2 different ways of doing the same thing. And what we're going to do here is I'm going to turn off, inside the advanced blending option, I'm going to turn off the green and the blue channels, say OK. I'm going to go to the blue channel with a double click. I'm going to turn off the green and the red channels, say OK. I'm going to go to the green channel, and I'm going to turn off the blue and the red options and say OK. So in effect, nothing looks like it's changed because of course this is our red channel, our blue, and our green channel. And because I'm being pedantic, I'm going to go and move those channels into the right order, red, green, and blue. What we're going to do now is we're going to get our Move tool once again, and we're just going to nudge the red channel, and you'll see the channel split occurring. It's kind of nice to do. Blue channel, same process, just give it a little nudge, and you'll see the channel split occurring. Okay, so you're kind of getting this effect that you're used to get around the cells on your TV, where you'd have your 3 little red, green, and blue cells aligned. So this can be useful as a process for starting to experiment with your image, and maybe later on we can drop some filters on and do some cut-ups with this. But just so you know, firstly, you're working with your red, green, and blue channel, but this time you're actually doing it through your layers by using the layer style and the blending options in the layer. Okay, we're going to pause there for a second. In fact, I'll stop that video here and then I'll come to the next stage in a separate video. Okay, thanks.